Hello and welcome to the All Crack No Crap podcast. I'm sitting here with Callum.
Hello.
And with our special guest for today, Forrest.
Hello. It is an honour to be here.
Thanks very much. So today we're going to be discussing Comicon, but before we get into anything else...
This is a part 2, so we link the first one in the description or something.
Yes, yeah. And I do believe in part 1 we referred to Forrest as friend number 1.
Yeah, because we didn't want to use your name.
Yeah, we don't include anyone's name unless they've given express permission.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But before we get into anything else, the first thing I need to get out of the way is your name, Forrest.
Yep.
It is spelt with 2 T's.
It is indeed.
Before people get at me in the comments saying I've spelt the name wrong, it is spelt with 2 T's.
Yes, it is a very random way of spelling it. It was either in honour of my sister, because she has 2 T's at the end of her names, or it's because my dad made a spelling mistake. Either one.
It's one or the other.
Yep.
Okay, that's really good.
It's like that scene in Family Guy. Fucking, why did you call me Megan? Well, isn't Meg short for Megan? No, my dad wrote something else and just scribbles it out.
Megatron, yeah.
In disguise.
So I've actually got a list here of the Comicons we've all attended.
Yeah.
So if my list is correct, I've actually attended the most number of Comicons out of all of us.
Alright.
Yeah, which is shocking. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So I've got Forrest, we've got you. You've been to Liverpool Comicon twice?
3 times total.
3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and Forrest are tied.
Yeah, I'm one short.
Yeah, you're one short. So you've been to Liverpool Comicon 3 times. That's obviously Monopoly events.
Yep.
You've been to Newport Comicon.
Yep.
Bristol Comicon.
Yep.
And Gloucester Comicon.
Yep. I also went to another, my first Comic-Con. It wasn't anything related to the other ones, but I think it was called Geek Mania as well.
Okay.
That was my first ever one.
Yeah. So you've actually been to more than me.
Indeed.
Okay. And then we've got Callum. You've been to Liverpool Comicon twice.
Yes.
Yeah. You've also been to Newport Comicon, Bristol Comicon, and Gloucester Comicon.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll get into the people that run it and stuff like that because we've got a lot to talk about, really. We did decide at the end of the... Well, we sort of decided at the last end of the last Comic-Con episode. We've not really finished discussing it.
Yeah.
And because Forrest has been to a lot of Comic-Cons and he's been to Comic-Cons with us, we thought it'd be good to have you as a guest.
Thank you.
I myself have been to Birmingham Comic-Con twice.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Newport Comic-Con, Bristol Comic-Con and Gloucester Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll refer to him as Friend 1. Has only been to 3 Comic-Cons in his entire life. It's Birmingham Comic-Con, Bristol Comic-Con and Gloucester Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a fair bit of Comic-Con experience between us.
Yes.
I think that's safe to say.
Well, I pretty much covered all of everything because at the end of the last one, I said, this podcast's been going a while. Have we said everything? And you said, yeah. And then after I got home, you were like, we could do a part 2 because I've got more to say. I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, Paul.
Don't think about it in the moment.
Yeah. But no, my whole experience with Comic-Con, I basically covered last time. So I'll just let you guys go for it.
Yeah. I think you'll think of other things to say anyway.
Yeah, I'll have questions. As we go.
So we know what Comic-Cons we've been to now. Favourite Comic-Cons?
Newport.
You did meet a lot of people at Newport, to be fair. A lot of big actors.
Yeah.
I'm usually a fan of the Liverpool ones, I would say.
Yeah, they're quite big, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so cause I gotta say Birmingham, because Birmingham is a really big Comic-Con as well. So obviously Birmingham's run by MCM. Mm-hmm. They're the original Comic-Con creators in this country.
Yeah.
And I believe they're partnered with the people that do San Diego Comic-Con, which is obviously the world's biggest Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. And I actually have a fact here about San Diego Comic-Con, which is...
You've actually researched this episode.
I've actually done a bit of research, yeah.
We've never fucking researched an episode.
No, we never have. No, never put any effort into it. Just sat here and talked. So, San Diego's biggest Comic-Con in the world with around 167,000 attendees.
Jeez.
Can you guess what the second biggest Comic-Con in the world is?
So you said the San Diego one was the biggest one.
Yeah.
and the partners are MCM. So is it like London?
It is London
Yeah.
Comicon, with around 133,000 attendees every year. Obviously, a lot of the reason for that is London's an international city.
Yeah.
Like it's well recognised across the globe. So you get a lot of people coming from other countries
Yeah,
to
a
see
lot
it.
of people come on holiday to London.
Yeah, I think the same could be said for San Diego, because it's the original as well.
Yeah.
It was the first Comic Con ever created. So how much would you pay, right, to go to a Comic Con?
Usually, I think for like an early access ticket, maybe about, because I've only really paid maybe 30 quid for the most,
Yeah.
which was for early access.
How much is the maximum you would consider paying?
Probably about 30 quid.
About 30 quid. So you wouldn't...
I would say it depends on who's going.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So San Diego Comic Con is $79 per day,
Yeah.
which converts to about £62.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you pay it?
Again, depends on the celebrities that are going, but like if there's like big names there, then yeah, I'd pay it.
Oh, San Diego always has big
Yeah,
names.
no, I'd imagine there is. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, would you go to a Comic Con that is multiple days? Like, would you... So, for example, London, San Diego, a few other Comic Cons, it's actually recommended you go for more than one day to get around everything because they're so physically huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can walk around Liverpool in a day. You can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah?
Yeah, it depends on who's going. Like I said, that's all I've got input.
Yeah, because of course your main thing for Comic Con is
Meeting
meeting
people,
people,
I
yeah.
couldn't really give a fuck for the rest of it. Like, if this is why I can't understand about some people that go to Comic Con, because you don't really meet a lot of people, Forrest.
Neither do I, really.
Yeah, but this is what I can't understand about it. You're just going to a big shop, which is all well and good, but don't you want to meet the actors?
Well, obviously I've met one actor. You've met a couple. You actually met John Cena.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to circle back to that.
Yeah, we will circle back to that. But like I enjoy the shopping aspect because I find I'll find things that I wouldn't have thought of buying anywhere else. But also I just enjoy the community and seeing different people dressed up in different ways, and it's just it's a group of people all with different interests who all come together because all their interests are a little bit nerdy or a little bit geeky, and it's just really nice to be around like-minded people.
Yeah. Like, usually, because I'm usually someone that usually spends the money on, like, all the merchandise and all that,
Yeah.
I usually find that at Comic-Cons, you find more variety of merchandise that available other than places.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Because I mean, I went up to Birmingham for a concert last year. Oh my god, it's last year now. It was in 2023. Oh no. And there's a lot of like geeky, nerdy shops up there, but it's the same stuff in all of them.
Yeah.
Whereas at Comic-Con, you get a huge variety of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the vendors coming from every corner.
Yeah.
of the
And
country.
I found that because like I've also been in. I've been to London quite a few times. I've not been to Comicon there, but I've been to London quite a few times, and it's the same there. Like it's different stuff to the stuff you'd find in the geek shops in Birmingham, but it's the same stuff in every shop around London again. So it's like those geographical areas are quite limited on what the general interests are, where the sales are. So you're only finding the same stuff in those shops. Whereas when you go in to Comicon, like you said, you've got vendors from all over the country, so you've got all those different geographical interests
And
all in
some
one
of
place.
it's really good, and some of it is really shit. Do you remember
Oh,
Bristol?
Oh, the 3D printing.
Yeah, there was.
Oh my
We
god,
was
yeah.
just like browsing. I think you'd fucked off going looking for Funko Pops for.
That's right.
Yeah, but me and Paul were going round and we saw this vendor who did his own 3D printing, and it was fucking terrible. He had like Ben Affleck's Batman's grapple gun, and I was just looking at it and I thought, we'll circle back at the end before we leave and see if he sold that. I bet it's still here.
Yeah. Because I mean, it was unfinished. It had holes in places, like there were bits of filament hanging off of it. Hadn't even been finished.
Most of it's great, but fucking hell.
Yeah. And like there was a store literally next door to him with such complex models for the same prices as the sort of stuff he's selling.
Yeah.
But it's completely finished. It's much more complex. Evidently, a lot more time went into it. Like, you couldn't justify the price, because when you think of like what he'd printed, he'd spent like £1 or £2 on filament, and he's not even put the effort into finishing it. He's just press print, printed it, and put it on his store, and like he's charging 25-30 quid.
I was about to say I don't know how much he's charging for it.
About 25 quid, I think, per gun.
Yeah,
and it's like,
fucking hell.
Yeah, so it's cost him like £2 in filament, maybe a quid or two in electricity. So it's cost him like £4 or £5 max to make, right?
Yeah.
And he put no actual effort into it. He's just pressed print on his printer, left it to print, taken it off, and put it on his store to sell.
Yeah.
20 quid profit for a near zero net.
Minimal work.
Yeah.
Very minimal work. Well, it's 20 quid profit if he can sell it, and I bet he's still got that.
Oh, I guarantee it. Yeah. It didn't seem like he sold much throughout the entire show, really.
I can't remember that well now. When did we do Bristol? That was early last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was early last year, yeah.
I think so. I don't know whether it was maybe like April-ish time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It sounded about right, because then Gloucester was a bit more mid-year, wasn't it?
Bear with me, I'll tell you exactly when it was.
But yeah, like we were saying, you also get some really, really cool stuff. So, friend one at Birmingham Comicon, he picked up a Kylo Ren's lightsaber, right? Custom model of that.
Yeah.
It was made from CNC milled aluminium pieces, all put together by hand. It actually lit up. It all functioned. And it cost him about 90 quid, but it was a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
It was a really nice piece, and you wouldn't find that anywhere else.
Yeah. I think I might have the date for the Bristol one.
Bristol was the 18th of March.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was in March. Okay, yeah. So that was early last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because just in the last year, I've been to us two, isn't it? Because Newport was the year before.
Yeah.
Was it? I'm not pulling my phone out.
20. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, do you know it might have been? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
22,
was
wasn't it?
August.
Yeah.
Yeah, August 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was around the time I quit smoking because I had COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's fair to say you do see cool stuff at Comicon.
Mm-hmm.
Just all together. And circling back, so, Forrest, you met John Cena.
Yes.
What was that like?
You know, he's actually a really nice guy. He's
Yeah.
absolutely. I know he's a wrestler, but he's absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, because I think when I first heard about him going, it was Callum that notified me about it, because he sent me a post on Instagram saying, hey, look, John Cena's going to be at Comic-Con, like, Newport.
Yeah,
I
this
was
is
there
what I
like,
was going to say. It was the
no way. So I
Yeah,
checked it
yeah.
out, and you have John Cena. He's there like, hi, I'm John Cena. I'm going to be with Monopoly events in Newport. I was there like, holy shit, he's going to be
Yeah,
there.
he's actually coming.
Yeah. But I remember as well, because usually with like the celebrity guests, they usually have like a table in like the main hall area.
Yeah.
John Cena had his own floor.
Yeah, it was an entire
Yeah.
floor of the venue, and you weren't allowed to go up
Yeah,
there
we was
unless you
going
had
to
a
come up
ticket.
and wait for you.
Yeah.
The security guard stopped us going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when you got up to the floor, like you had like to the side, you had like the autograph prints, and to say what like print you want him to sign, and then you had a massive queue that was like winding around. It moved surprisingly quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah.
But it was me and my dad, we were in the line, and usually one thing that people usually try and do with the guests is they usually try and like snipe a photo.
Yeah.
But John Cena had like a massive black curtain around him.
Yeah, they were making sure there was no opportunities to get anything. Yeah.
And then we spoke with one of his security guards before we met him. And then me and my dad, we both went in. I shook his hand. He shook my dad's hand. And when he was sat down, but he was the same height as me.
When a guy's that big, you've got to wonder.
How tall are you, Far? Just for reference.
I think last time I checked my height, I think it was about 5'6.5".
Stand up. You're taller than that, yeah? 'Cause
I don't know.
Hang on, I'm coming around here so I can stand up straight, because I'm 6 foot exactly. Oh yeah, you are shorter than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a little bit shorter.
Yeah, he looks taller.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
you do look taller. Yeah.
I don't even have shoes as an excuse to boost my height.
So yeah, you've got to wonder when a guy's that big, is there any point in having security?
Yeah.
That's
did
also,
see-
he's like a world champion.
Boom! Oh, fucking hell.
Well, laptop just float.
Yeah. Just slid off the sofa, hopefully it's...
I imagine
It's
it'll
alright,
be
is
fine.
it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But yeah, he's also like a world-renowned wrestler as well.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah, yeah. So is there any need for security guards? Because I imagine the security are like half his size.
he? I think they
well,
were.
I remember
yeah.
seeing a meme of like, would have been around the same time, and Jason Momoa with his security.
Yeah, the security.
Yeah,
tiny,
they're tiny
yeah.
next to him.
Yeah. Yeah. So we should specify before we get into this bit. This was John Cena's first UK meet and greet.
Yeah.
He's never done one before in the UK, so like it was a big deal. Would you care to share how much it cost to meet John Cena?
Right. So usually, I don't know whether you've discussed like how the prices have done with the celebrities in the previous episode.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did discuss
Okay.
a lot of that.
So for an
I should have
autograph,
listened to the first episode before I come here today.
but for like the
knows.
first, but for just an autograph or a photo, it was 185 quid.
Because I remember me and Callum having a similar reaction when we first heard. I mean, 100% to meet someone like John Cena is probably worth
Yeah,
it.
it is worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Because I know, Callum, you considered it, but then you bought so many other autographs off of like
I'd
other
met
famous
loads of
people
people
there.
that day, yeah.
Yeah.
We did talk about it last episode. I went through everyone I'd met at Comicon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I mean that's pretty pretty incredible to
Insane money, that
yeah,
is.
it's insane money, but it's incredible to meet John Cena, especially his first UK meet and greet.
Yeah. Believe it or not, he's not actually the most expensive one. He's probably the second most expensive one.
Oh really?
Because I went to Liverpool Comic Con in October, I think it was. And I met Bella Ramsey, I think it was. I got like an autograph and a photo with her. But I think she was about 190 quid total.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
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 What's Bella Ramsey in?
So that's Gordon Ramsay's daughter, isn't it?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
totally
She
off
was
then.
in The Last of Us. She plays
Okay,
Ellie.
right.
And then I think she was also in Game of Thrones as well.
Oh okay. Yeah. Because I think I saw it was at Liverpool this year. The person I would have wanted to meet there, but I looked at the price and I wasn't sure, was Helena Bonham Carter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Out of Harry Potter.
Yeah,
She's
that
in
would have
Fight
been
Club as
incredible.
well,
Yeah, that would have been incredible to meet her.
Yeah. I think she was, if I remember, 150 quid for either a photo or an autograph.
Yeah,
But she was like John Cena in the sense that they was on their own like separate floor.
yeah,
Cause,
Really?
Yeah, because the Liverpool Comic Con is like split into two buildings, and you had three names there, like big names. You had Helena, someone called Mark Shepherd from Supernatural, and then you also had Jensen Ackles as well.
okay.
And I think they was all on another floor, and I think they was all each in like separate rooms. I think it was.
Yeah, because they are really big names.
Indeed.
Because I mean, you don't get closer to sort of the realm of the magical world than meeting Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest.
Well, Warwick Davis was in that one as well, wasn't he?
He was.
Imagine meeting Warwick Davis.
I saw him, like he was in the second building, and you had him, his wife, and then I think his son as well.
Yeah.
And I remember they was on like this little stage platform, sat on high tables.
Is his wife a midget as well?
I mean,
I know him and his son, obviously. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh god.
I don't think midget is the.
I don't care.
correct word.
No.
We know what you mean.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
But yeah. But I remember I saw this one line and I was thinking, oh wow, the line for Warwick is actually relatively short. No, this is the Diamond Pass exclusive line. That's the line over there. And a
Yeah.
woman points and the line was literally like an S around the room. I was there like, I'm not going to meet Warwick, am I?
Oh my god.
But I remember like the Liverpool, the most recent one. I think I had like a list of like eight guests I wanted to meet.
Yeah.
And I think I only ended up meeting 3 of them.
Wow.
That's always been the problem with Liverpool Comicon, because there's always some people I find when you go there that you just ain't got time to meet. So yeah, maybe the 2 days.
Yeah, it would be worth
make
it.
it worth it. Yeah.
Because I know because Birmingham's sort of similar size to Liverpool, and I know if I say I've never met someone there, I have met one person, but it wasn't intentional. He bumped into me. I forget his name. It's the actor for Hellboy,
Ron.
Pullman.
That's it.
Yeah. Fucking legend. He literally just bumped me. He's like, oh, I met. I was like, oh my god. Like, you're on Paul Pullman. Yeah. But yeah, like the lines there get really, really huge, and I know someone tagged MCM on Instagram one of the years I was there, and like they've put a photo of them with another star, and it was like totally worth the 7-hour wait. Like you waited in that queue for 7 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
Just yeah, absolutely mental.
Like I think at the Liverpool one, I think the celebrity that was like that was Simon Pegg.
Yeah,
Like his line was packed the entire time I was there.
I did see a video of it on Instagram. Actually, somebody put
yeah.
his line.
Yeah.
What was his mate? Nick Frost is
Yeah.
his mate. Was
Yeah.
his line big as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I would imagine
Yeah.
so.
But
See, I'd have so many questions for the both of them, especially about the Cornetto trilogy.
yeah. Like I think Hot Fuzz is probably one of my favourite films.
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz is funny as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, there's 3 films starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost that they worked on together. I think they actually wrote the films as well. I think they were like pretty much they made up like 90% of the production team, including the actors.
Yeah.
And they get a cornetto in each one, and it's known as the cornetto trilogy. So the joke is, you know, oh, I'm going to the shop. Do you want anything? Cornetto.
So what is it? Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. What's the third one?
The World's End.
The
I
World's
hadn't
End.
seen that one.
I haven't
before.
seen that one either.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's quite
about
good.
Pub, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've got it on DVD somewhere. But that one's weird as well. Like, it's good, but it's weird. Although I think you can say that about every Simon Pegg movie. I mean, let's just think of Paul.
Yes.
Paul was an awesome film up until the last 10 minutes. I thought was shit.
Yeah, they kind of ruined it in the last
Yeah.
10 minutes. Because it got too soppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen the film. I can't remember why I didn't like the 10 minutes now. But yeah, no, it's a solid film right up until then.
Doesn't...
Seth Rogen voicing Paul?
Yes, I think so, yeah. But I think... From my recollection, the reason it got too soppy is because, like, the aliens came back, Paul had a chance to go home,
Yeah.
but this old woman had been, like, she knew Paul, she'd met the aliens, and she'd been obsessed with them her whole life. She basically threw her life away over these aliens.
Yeah.
And she really wanted to go with them, so Paul gave up his chance to go home for her to be able to go with them.
I can't remember, to be honest. I don't remember the last time I seen that film.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I've seen it once, ages ago.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Yeah, there's no cornettos in that one.
No,
No.
it's not part of the Cornetto trilogy now. I don't know if they're actually working on more movies. I'd like to think they are.
I know. I think the last like recent thing I've seen Simon Pegg in was The Boys, although he had like a minor.
He was in the new Mission Impossible, wasn't he?
I think
Might
so.
have been.
Yeah, he did do really well in the Star Trek movies as well. He played Scotty. Yeah, and it was perfect casting because obviously Scotty, throughout the history of Star Trek, I'm going to get quite nerdy here, but he's been like the comic relief of the episodes. So
Yeah.
like they cast Simon Pegg perfectly for that.
Yeah.
So in terms of sort of what we're all interested in, because I know me and Callum have discussed this, the different things we're interested in. What sort of nerdy stuff do you look out for at Comicon in terms of stuff you're sort of generally interested in?
Oh. Well, I think the one thing I have like the biggest collection of, and you two can back me up on this, is Funko Pops.
Yeah, your collection is massive.
I've got over. I know I have over 100 for definite. I don't have a proper head count of them yet, because they're all in like a lockup somewhere. But I've got like over 100 of them, and it's to the point where Callum and Paul and my mum and dad, they often make bets
Yeah, we
about
do.
how many I will come back with.
We do make bets. And like, yeah, because I remember Bristol Comic Con, we got out of the car and we were making bets on how many how many Funko Pops you'd buy.
Yeah.
And you went, well, don't worry, I bought my bag. And he pulls out this massive IKEA bag, really big ones. And we're just like, what? It was full. It was full at the end of the day.
Hindsight, when we look back at Bristol Comic Con, we should have taken both fucking cars.
Yeah, because we struggled to fit everything in the car.
The drive home wasn't very comfortable.
No.
I also remember when we got out of the car in Bristol, because I think that was like my first like major drive I've ever done.
Yeah.
I remember ringing my mum up saying, oh, like, we're here. And then she was there like, oh, have a good time. And I see you, Paul, Callum, and then friend number one. They were all staring off in this one direction. I was there like, oh, what were we looking at? Turn around. And I think that was the first ever fully fledged furry I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people with like the tail.
Forgotten about that, yeah.
I've seen like people with like the tails and maybe like the paws and that, but I've never
I
actually
remember
seen.
friend one taking a bit of a liking to
Yeah.
I don't want to use his name, but
Yeah.
I have to get him
I-
on the
I-
show.
Like, oh, that's really cool. Look.
I remember. I can't remember who started this, but I remember someone asked us, "Oh, would you like to get a hand job off the furry?"
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, see, I think that was friend one.
I think that was friend one.
he was one of the supporters.
Oh, didn't he say it would be like a really comfortable hand job?
Yes, and then Callum said that it would make it like the paw would be absolutely massive, or something like
Oh,
that.
you'd look tiny.
Yeah,
Yes.
you look tiny. Yeah.
But there were so many furries at the Bristol one, like compared to other ones.
There were a lot of furries, yeah. And I wonder if that's a regional thing. I wonder if there's like a higher concentration of furries around that area.
It would be interesting.
It certainly would, yeah.
But
Come back next week when we talk about furries.
oh god.
So, just on this case, I know someone who is a furry.
All right.
Yeah, we do.
We do know
Yeah.
someone who is a furry. And I remember
Is he
saying
still doing it?
no idea.
Oh, I don't know.
But I remember him saying that like he'd really like a full
Forrest,
fursuit.
don't use his name, but you know this person as well.
Yeah,
I
you
think
do
I know
this
who you're
person.
on about
Yeah.
now.
You do.
Yeah, and he said like he'd really like a full fursuit, but it's like $2 to $3 grand, and we're going back a few years when he said that.
Yeah.
Like it's like 2 to
I
3
think
grand.
they are now like 10,000.
Fuck.
Oh,
Are they really?
I think so.
I
For like a
I'm
fully
gonna-
fledged
I'm gonna
like
Google that.
fursuit, I think
I'm gonna
people
get
would
some
spend like
weird adverts.
10,000.
you are.
Hot furries in my area. Oh.
Just don't save your cookies. Next time you be on Pornhub, you're gonna get some weird shit.
Yeah. Is fursuit one word?
Yeah.
F-U-R suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing that it's like 10,000 or something.
Fuck.
Like, how would someone have like 10,000 on them to not spend like money on like basic
10,000.
needs?
I found one here for a couple £100.
Is it a good one though?
I don't know. I don't know what's considered to be good.
Fucking hell.
Oh
Oh,
god.
no, but there you are. There's one for 1,400 quid. There's one for 800 quid.
From Etsy,
Oh,
if anyone's interested.
I think what it is you can get like universal ones like that you're looking at there, but I think the costing comes in when you want like a custom one that fits you properly.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously it's a lot of weight, so realistically you do want it to fit you properly.
Yeah. And also some furries have like fursonas or something like that.
Yes,
And
yeah,
they'll probably want their fursuit to be their fursona.
yeah,
Oh, so they want specifically, yeah.
yeah, because our the person we know, their persona is a wolf.
I thought it was a fox.
I was
No,
thinking
it's a
it was a
wolf.
fox.
Okay.
Well, they got 4 legs and a tail and fur.
Their name on Facebook gives it away.
Yeah,
as
no,
well.
but I'm sure he's
Wait.
told me it was a fox.
Where is it on his Facebook?
He used to
Yeah,
make
it is.
YouTube videos in a wolf mask.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Fair enough.
He had a like a furry YouTube channel that he wore a wolf mask in.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did not know that.
No, neither did I.
I don't think many people did.
No.
I'm just betraying all the secrets.
Yeah. Just stabbed him in the back.
Yeah.
It's anonymous though. We haven't said the.
No, we haven't said his name, no.
No, that's it. No one knows who he actually is. Bar us.
Yeah.
Really. So
But back on Comicon then, because we got sidetracked.
yes, yeah. So yeah, obviously, you said Funko. You look for Funko Pops quite a lot.
Yes.
What particular franchises are you interested in?
Usually like the most common ones I would get is either like Marvel ones or DC, and then maybe some like video game ones
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I like playing video games a lot, and usually like you don't find that many like merch relating to like games and that,
Yeah,
or like if you want like a really nice looking figurine, you're probably going to be in debt because
Yes.
they are a lot of
they
money.
are an awful lot of money. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so like
That is something you do when you was on about saying you don't see things that in regular shops at Comic-Con. That
Yeah.
is something that Comic-Con's good for.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so usually, like, with the Funko Pops, there's, like, a bridge between the two. So, there's a bit more variety to, like, what characters can be, like, Funko Pops.
Yeah,
Whilst also, they can be a little bit more on the cheaper side as well.
yeah,
But, like, usually another thing I usually like getting is maybe treating myself to, like, a nice-looking, like, figurine or, like, a statue.
yeah,
Like, there's this one store I usually love going to. And I think last time I went there, I bought like 3 Walking Dead statues. They were apparently custom made, and for once I asked for the guy's business card, and apparently his business is in Lydney.
Oh wow, she's local, really
Yeah.
local.
Where
Yeah.
did you see him again?
He's usually he's been to a couple of the Comic Cons we've been to, but the last time I seen him was in the October Liverpool one, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Because I think something we discussed is like the bigger Comic Cons, you get more commercial stuff.
Yeah.
You do get some crafty stuff, you get more commercial stuff, whereas the smaller ones you tend to get the craftier stores,
Yeah.
like the more crafty bits, small businesses.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice, to be fair.
And then, like, the other stores I remember seeing, you always have, like, one, like, Japanese, like, sweet stall.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love those.
And then the other thing as well is usually, like, the trading card stores as well.
Yeah, which you're really into.
I do like my Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, I think me and my dad were just having a look around, and we saw this, like, binder of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And there was this one, it was like a Shadow Mewtwo, which is like a rare legendary card.
Yeah.
2,500.
Oh!
That card's worth more than my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Can't
yeah.
imagine spending that kind of money on that.
I
That's
mean,
insane.
I'd have to sell a lot of stuff to buy that.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then also as well, I don't know for whatever reason, well, it might be because it's like independent like vendors, But ironically, like, if you have, like, the newer sets of the Pokemon cards, like Scarlet and Violet ones, they're a little bit cheaper than in a
Alright.
store. Because at where I work, we sell Pokemon cards, and they're about £4.29 a pack.
They've gone up.
They have indeed. They used to be like $3.99, and then when Scarlet and Violet came out, the newest Pokemon game, they shot up in price slightly.
Yeah. Classic inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at Comicons you can find like either the bundles of the cards, like the newer ones, and they're a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Or if you want to get like a mix and match of like different cards, they can also be like a little bit cheaper. Like I remember I got like a little mini Pokemon tin. It had 50 cards in it. It was random, but I think it was about £5.
Oh, okay.
The tin normally in a shop, you only get 2 packs of cards,
Yeah.
which is about 20 cards, and it'll be about £10.
Yeah. Jeez, yeah, sure. Because, I remember, back in the day, when you were a kid, you'd always have some card collection going on.
Yeah.
Every kid had a card collection going on. I generally, I know I had some Pokemon cards, but I was generally more into, like, the Doctor Who cards and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But, like, back then, they were, like, 50p a pound a pack.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a lot of money. Because you'd go to the, like, supermarket every week and you'd get a pack. That would be, like, part of what you got for the week.
Yeah. Like the price of the cards have changed so much.
Yeah.
Like I think the cheapest one is like these I've seen it's like these Premier League like football packs.
Yeah.
Like they're the cards and they're only £1. But then you have like match attacks, £2.50.
Oh, fuck, I remember
hell.
those. I was never into football, but I remember those.
I remember the match attack. Yeah, I wasn't really into football, but I remember match attacks.
I might have had a mini collection of them at one point when I was younger.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea what's happened to them since.
But maybe it's because it's not such a in thing now. Like, there's less of an audience for it, so they can't produce as much.
Yeah, kids nowadays are collecting Fortnite skins and
Yeah, they're not collecting physical cards like we used to.
Yeah. Although I do remember there was a 1 Fortnite trading cards.
Oh my god. When will it end? Oh no, actually, saying this,
Yeah.
I'm going to out Callum now because he was playing Fortnite the other day.
Yeah, I was, yeah. And I know you were as well. I wasn't on with you, but...
How old are you two?
23. Callum's 22.
Yeah, no, I was.
I see. I think I'm officially the age now where if I was caught on Fortnite, I'd be called a pedo.
Nah, fucking... I haven't done a lot of video gaming lately.
I've been playing a bit of House Flipper, the original one, not the new one. I'm waiting for it to come out on Xbox.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because my gaming PC needs upgrades just to meet minimum specs. And including those upgrades, it needs better CPU, which I've got a socket that I can upgrade the CPU for.
Mhm.
And it needs a better GPU, and upgrading the GPU needs an independent power supply, which means I'm going to need a new power supply. And once you've like totaled it all up, at that point, once you've done all that, you might as well upgrade the RAM, at which point you're looking at 400, 500 quid. You might as well buy a new gaming PC.
Yeah.
So I thought like I'm just gonna wait for it to come out on Xbox. If it comes out in March.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, it's not
Yeah,
Long
it's
wait then.
obviously it's out on PC now, but I just wait for it to out on Xbox.
Yeah. Like, I think with my video game venture, like, I think I've been just trying to play through all the... Well, I've got, like, a massive backlog of games. And I've just been trying to get all, like, the achievements in them. Like, an achievement hunting.
Achievement, yeah.
Like, I've done... Well, I started my journey with, I think, Evil Within and Evil Within 2. Then I moved on to Alien Isolation. That took me a month because I was just that stressed out with it. I think I ended up playing like Ace Attorney, I think it was. Yeah, Ace Attorney, which is like a Japanese anime courtroom game.
Yeah.
I like that one. But now I've moved on to Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein 2. Like, I think because it's like New Year's, I think I just spent most of the night just playing through Wolfenstein 2, just getting the collectibles and that.
Yeah. Because I need to go back and play Dishonored 2, because I never actually played it. Because I didn't really have the money to buy it at the time when it came out.
Yeah.
Because I played Dishonored 1 and that was really good.
Yeah.
I have played recently, I've been doing the World Slayer expansion on Outriders.
Yeah.
Which is really good. The problem is it's quite short. The only bit of it that's not short is there's a bit at the end that you have to sort of grind up your levels. So I'm going back doing side quests and grinding up my levels so that I can actually complete it. There's just like but it's like an optional end bit. It's not like it's not like really part of the expansion that much.
Yeah.
There's a lot of expansions that have come out that have been shorter than they should be.
Yeah.
Because I got the house DLC for Dead Island 2.
Mm-hmm.
Talking a minute. And that only took me like 6 hours to complete the entire expansion. And I'm like, and I wasn't rushing either.
Your iPad. It's
yeah.
just turning off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, it was only a tenner, it wasn't expensive.
Yeah.
But I'd still like to see more than 6 hours worth of overall content in an expansion.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I need to play Dead Island.
So it's really good. Dead Island 2 is good. Have you played the first one?
No, I haven't played the original.
I think I played a little bit of Riptide, I think it is.
Riptide was quite good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the reason I like Dead Island is it's more like I wouldn't say RPG, but it's more
Open worldish.
Yeah, it's quite open. It is very open world, but it's also it's not a game that takes itself too seriously.
Yeah.
It's not like a really intense game.
Yeah.
It's quite nice sort of casual gameplay. You can pick it up for a couple of hours and pull it back down.
Yeah.
But there is a new God of War expansion come out.
Yeah.
The Valhalla expansion, and I need to play that.
Yeah.
Because
I've heard it's good.
Yeah, because obviously I've played through God of War Ragnarok, and that was incredible, absolutely incredible. And the expansion's free.
Yeah.
Like totally free. So like, since when do you get free expansions? You know, it's really nice. So I do need to play that, but that does mean updating my PS4. And it hasn't been turned on in a couple of months.
Yeah. The only thing video games I'm waiting for is the Spider-Man 2 DLC.
Yeah, you're really into the Spider-Man games, aren't you?
I fucking love them.
Yeah.
But anyway, back on track with Comicon. Comicon episode, boys.
Hey, relates.
Yeah, it does relate.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Oh, do you remember when we was at, I think it was the Bristol one, and there was that massive like game stall?
Oh yeah, I love that store.
Yes.
We stood there talking to her.
Did we bring?
But I think we did bring it up in the last episode. But like we stood there talking to her for a long time.
I have to answer a text message quick, so you guys carry on.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was about 20 minutes, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. We talk about different consoles and different games. Because I picked up Star Trek Voyager Elite Force.
Yeah.
Which is a PS2 game that I haven't seen anywhere else since I played it as a kid, and I never got very far in it. I'm further in the game now than I ever was in it as a kid.
Yeah.
And that was after playing it for like 2 hours.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to play Spider-Man 3 on the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
And but either I was really thick as a kid, or the Nintendo Wii didn't have a way to save the game, so you'd have to like restart every time. I don't know.
Like
I just remember every Friday after school to play
I had that experience with Elite Force where like
Yeah.
I never got past the Borg level, right, which is the first level in the game, right, literally the first level. Within an hour and a half, I was well past that.
Yeah. Like I remember a game like that with me, my childhood was The Incredibles.
Oh, that was such a good game though.
It was the DS version. And I remember me and my sister, we could not get past literally the first part of it.
Yeah.
Because it was like, from what I remember, you had to use Frozone to freeze these like invisible looking ice blocks to like use them as a platform. Me and my sister, we could not figure that shit out for the life of us.
Oh yeah, no. Same situation again with the Nintendo Wii Fantastic Four. have a very vague memory of playing it once, and I literally, as soon as like the cutscene ended and like you're in the game, I just didn't know what to do. I don't think I ever played it again.
See, that's another game I need to get on PS. I need to get more PS2 games because so much nostalgia.
Yeah.
And like, other than Ratchet and Clank, I don't think I ever completed an entire PS2 game.
Yeah.
Because I love the
If
Ratchet
you get a
and Clank
PS5, and I think you have to. PlayStation's weird, where it's like the PlayStation Plus you pay for has different tiers to it. If you get the max tier, you can play games from old generations. Like, you can just have the standard online. You can have. I don't really know. I don't really play the online at all. But like, I think the max tier you can go back to PlayStation 3 and beyond that.
Oh, nice.
So you can get, and they are. I think they're free downloads.
The thing is, for nostalgia's sake, I love just playing on the actual PS2.
You want to play it on the PS2?
Yeah, because I'm on my 4th PS2 of my life.
Yeah.
Because I had one that I shared with my brothers until they upgraded consoles. They got new consoles, thanks to their dad. So that basically become my PS2. And like, I loved that thing, and then eventually I traded that in, upgraded to an Xbox 360. Or no, we traded that and my brother's Xbox. Or so, no, me and my brother went in together anyway, because I didn't have a lot of money growing up, so we went in together on a PS3, and then I went to Xbox 360. But I then had this sort of urge to buy a PS2, and I found one really cheap. So I had a second one for a few years, from age maybe 9 or 10 for a couple of years. And then I traded that in with my Xbox for something else, I think. Or no, I think I just sold it. Yeah, I sold it to a neighbour or something like that. It wasn't like... And then when I was like 15, I asked for a PS2 for Christmas. And so I got another PS2 and eventually sold that as well. But yeah, so I'm now on my fourth PS2. I have so much nostalgia, so much love for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
I think my childhood console before I started with the Xbox would probably be the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was it, because I traded my Xbox and my PS2 for a Wii, I think.
I was contemplating buying a Nintendo Wii at that game stall at the Comicon.
Yeah.
But I remembered, oh wait, I don't have the Nintendo Wii games. Because I remember I played like Ben 10, Protector of the Earth on air. I remember there was like a Kung Fu Panda game I had. Or like Super Mario Galaxy 2.
I remember that Ben 10 game, actually. I had it as well.
Yeah.
And fucking... When we were in primary school, Ben 10 was the fucking rage.
Yes.
And that come out originally 18 years ago the other day. That's how fucking old we are.
I can remember it coming out.
I remember it coming out as well.
What?
Oh no.
Because I used to love Ben 10. That was sick.
Yes.
You was into Ben 10 as well?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I suppose when I met you, we were older and we went, yeah.
Yeah,
But
because...
me and Forrest were in primary school together.
Yeah, because I would have been like 6 when that came out.
Yeah. Like, I
I
think
was how?
If it came out 18 years ago, I'd have been 6. 7.
Yeah, I'd have been
7.
We'd have been 5.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I was sort of right on the cusp of that age where you're still enjoying things like that. You know, you sort of enjoy stuff like that till you're about 9, and then things change up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 18 fucking years ago.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. Have any of you two seen like the reboot version of it? Oh
No.
my god.
There's a reboot?
Yes.
Yeah, they did reboot it. Because we was talking over Xbox conversation probably a while ago now, wasn't it? Like, oh no, you tell the story.
Like, yeah, so I remember with like the Ben 10, you had the classic, Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, and then Omniverse. And it was all like one like show, sort of.
Yeah,
and then they rebooted the whole fucking thing. And oh my fucking god, they changed so many other bastard aliens.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't like in the reboot one of them's made of Lego?
That was Omniverse.
Oh, right, okay.
But like, for example, like I remember one of the aliens was like a stinkfly or something like that. in the classic version, it was like a white body like bug thing with like the bug wings. It was you like go out of its like antenna things. You know, it looked like a fly.
Yeah.
The reboot one looks like a fucking humanoid thing.
Oh fuck.
Like, I was there like, that's fucking Stinkfly? What have they done to the poor bastard?
I can't believe because of when it came out and how old I was. I remember.
Yeah, when did you stop watching?
I probably when I switched over to CBBC.
No.
No.
But like what? Because he just said like it was classic Alien Force Ultimate Alien.
So yeah,
Did you just see-
Alien Force was the last one I saw. That
Same.
was
That's when I stopped.
I would say maybe the classic because I didn't have Cartoon Network growing up.
Yeah, we were lucky in that respect. We had Sky, but like the only reason we kept Sky after my dad died was because every time we'd ring up to cancel, they'd just give us a special deal, and it would be like
They do that a
ridiculously
lot.
cheap.
Like we was going to get rid of Netflix, and they gave us a deal.
Yeah, my mum learned to play the game with it as well because like the first time she rang up, they were like gonna give her like a half. They were like, oh, we'll give you a half price deal for 6 months. She's like, sound, I'll take that, you know.
Yeah.
So 6 months later, she rings up and they go, oh, well, yeah, we really don't want you to cancel, so we'll knock an extra couple of quid off for the next couple of months. So she did that, and she sort of picked up on the thing that they really
They'd
don't
keep
want you to
knocking
cancel.
it down until you.
So she learned to play this game where she'd be like, she'd ring up and they'd be like, well, we can give you half price for 6 months, you know, if you want to stay. But yeah, but like even half price is a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. Oh, but well, we'll knock another £5 off of it. Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, we'll take it down to this month. Okay, yeah, all right then. I'll stay for another 6 months for that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? You couldn't go into a shop and like rent it or buy a DVD and say, "Oh, I'd buy this DVD from you, but it's a bit much money." And the shopkeeper's going to be like, "Well, you can't have it then because that's the price."
Yeah.
It's weird that with these big companies, well, Netflix or whoever, Sky, it's like, "Oh, well, we'll give you half price for 6 months." It's like it's weird that they do that. I don't.
Yeah.
It's good that they do because you can mug them off, but
Yeah. Well, that's it. But like, because obviously my dad was a big fan of his TV. He liked his X-Files and his Star Trek and all that sort of stuff. So obviously the whole reason we had Sky in the first place.
yeah,
But like, for our generation, Sky was the shit.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have Netflix or anything.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, because I remember when Amazon Love Movies or something like that came out, and they would ship a DVD to your door. Like that was how that worked. They'd ship a DVD to your door, and then you'd watch it. You'd have to send it back by a certain time frame, but then you could subscribe, so you could have like so many DVDs per week, and then you watch those DVDs, send them back, and then you'd have to get another lot of DVDs, and like. So that's like sort of post Blockbuster, but pre Netflix, Prime
I
Video,
didn't know that was a thing.
pre streaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could stream on the internet, but it was illegal sites.
Yeah.
Oh bloody.
And then, because then Love Film stopped doing DVDs and started doing streaming, but there wasn't much great on there, but I loved it because it was shit tons of like old horror movies and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
So I just watched loads of old horror movies on it. So we've come a long way with streaming because Netflix existed as a streaming service in America for a fair few years before it came here. So Amazon Love Film were like, they basically were like, oh well, Netflix is doing this in America. Why don't we do this in America and in the UK and in other parts of the world? Because Netflix was a new startup at the time, you know, they didn't have the money to invest in going to other countries, whereas Amazon were like, well, we can just rip off Netflix and do it all over the world.
Yeah. Should we get back on track?
Yes.
we do this a lot. We get sidetracked all the time, which I think is quite nice for the listeners, or it can be at least.
Sort of like a breakup sort of thing.
Yeah, breaks it up a bit. So I'm gonna get my notes up here and see what I've written down. So I think we've actually covered all that in my notes. We've covered my entire notes.
Oh, okay.
Here's a question.
Do you have a favourite Comicon, Forrest? Because we discussed this in the last one, but
I would probably say maybe the Liverpool one, I think.
specifically though, like, well, what's the favourite one you've been to?
Probably, I think maybe it will either be the Newport one or the second Liverpool one, I would say.
I would say, well, I already said Newport, but I'd say that the second Liverpool one we did is my second favourite as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because mine's got to be like Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Bristol, because it was actually us, all four of us together. Just for the sake of it was all four of us together. So we had a good laugh.
Yeah, there was a good laugh that day.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Who would you like to meet at a Comic-Con if any sort of celebrity or guest or anyone would be there?
Oh, that is a good one.
Patrick Stewart, David Tennant.
I would agree with David Tennant for definite.
Yeah.
Who's my favourite actor at the moment? I don't know, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, pretty good. To be fair, I like... Because for me, personally, and it pretty much just comes down to the fact that I was, not so much now, although I still do enjoy it, was a fan of X-Men and Star Trek. To me, that makes Patrick Stewart one of the greatest actors
You'll
of all
have to
time.
come with us to see Deadpool 3.
Is Patrick Stewart in it?
I don't know, but
There's a slight chance.
that probably.
I'm coming. Yeah.
He was in Multiverse of Madness.
Do you guys... When's it coming out?
July.
Do you guys potentially want to go see it in a really, really cool cinema?
Yes.
Because I have 6 free Odeon tickets.
Alright.
Yes.
So it'll be free as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I think if I was to meet a guest, I would agree with David Tennant.
Yeah.
Because Doctor Who is probably one of my favourite shows. It's
Yeah.
probably one of the only shows on like TV that I can say that I actually like watch.
Yeah.
Like I watch like the new episodes when it comes out and everything like that.
So no spoilers, but opinions on the latest special.
Ooh.
Because I haven't seen it yet.
I'd say
I was gonna when we mentioned Doctor Who earlier, I was gonna actually ask because we was talking about it in the last one, but now it's out.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it.
Okay.
Have you guys watched the David Tennant like trilogy one, like when he came back? Because those ones were probably the best ones
That's
in
the
recent. Yeah, so after the 13th Doctor, David Tennant was back for like the 14th one, and you had Catherine Tate, who's Donna Noble, like the Doctor's companion from season 4, and you had like 3 like special episodes. Because apparently the actor for the 15th one, I can't remember what his name is, but he wasn't ready to play the Doctor at the time apparently, so they called in David Tennant to step in for 3 episodes.
I'm gonna have to see that.
Those are probably the best 3 episodes in recent like Doctor Who times, I would say.
The 13th was Jodie Whittaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that series, spoiler alert again, but she regenerated into David Tennant.
Oh, yes. God, yeah.
He's only back for 3 episodes though. But like I can't remember much of the first one with him back. Oh, I remember now.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah, no,
We're gonna
you haven't
see that.
seen it yet.
But I would say they are probably the best ones in recent times.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Like with the new one, I can't gauge what the new guy would be like just yet because I think he was only in the one episode. But yeah, I'm just hoping he's good. That's all I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Because Jodie Whittaker was all right in my opinion. She settled into the role, but I wasn't her biggest fan.
Yeah.
But I've seen to the end of Jodie Whittaker last series when you find out about the Timeless Child.
Yeah. Like
Which actually kind of fixes the law.
yeah.
It does, like, it did a really good job of fixing the law with that.
Yeah. I think with I won't say which villain it is, but with the final villain in the David Tennant like little mini series, I think it is one of like the older Doctor villains. I think,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know whether you
I
know
was on my phone
the
again. My car's
guy.
buggered.
I don't know if you know the guy, but Neil Patrick Harris, I think his name is.
Yes.
He plays the villain in that one,
Oh.
and he's good. Like
Yeah.
he suits the role really well.
Because he was in How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
As Barney.
Oh.
Yeah.
Barney, was it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. So, just because of something Callum said, I'm just going to pause this a second.
Yeah.
And we will come back. And we are back.
Sorry about that.
So we talk about Neil Patrick Harris and Doctor Who.
We can do if you want. I don't want to try and spoil anything.
Yeah, let's not. Let's avoid spoilers because
There might be listeners that haven't seen it either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Well, there was one scene that was just all over TikTok. Like, I remember with the last like David Tennant series one, and then with the new one, there was two scenes that was all over TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Like one of them was like one of the villain was Neil Patrick Harris's character,
Yeah.
and then another one, like, is kind of like a little bit of a musical number.
Yeah.
And apparently I was hearing it was meant to be like the Christmas number one,
Oh gosh.
or it was on the edge of it.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't have Mariah Carey in it.
Yeah. The good thing about this being January now is that we ain't got to listen to fucking Mariah Carey
my
for
God,
another 11
yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Like that started playing where I work, because obviously retail. That started playing on like the 1st of November.
Yeah. Like, luckily at our store we were not allowed to play music, so we were spared mercifully.
Yeah. See, we actually had one day when my manager decided he was going to switch the radio to Heart from Asda Radio,
Yeah.
and that he was going to turn it up really loud, and then he because he basically comes to me, right, and he can hear the bakery radio, and he goes, "Oh, is that our radio, or like is that the radio, or is that radio, meaning our radio?" I said, "No, it's our radio. They've just turned up the volume in there," and he goes, "Okay, cool." And about 10 minutes later, the radio switches over to Heart, and he turns the volume right up, and it's still playing fucking Christmas. Because he thought he'd get away from Christmas music.
Oh.
And this is like beginning of December. I'm like, you're not going to fucking get away with that. I put my other headphone in, so I couldn't hear I could only hear my own music.
Yeah.
And he comes round, and he points, and he goes, and I took my headphone out, I went, "Yeah, that's why I put my other headphone in and put it back in."
Oh. Is there any sort of Comicons that you guys will be looking forward to in the future? Or that you know of?
I don't know of any.
Yeah, I haven't looked into an awful lot of them, really. Because I'm thinking if I do any this year, I want to do just like one big one, because we've got other stuff going on this year.
Yeah.
Because me and Callum are going away.
Yeah.
Without mentioning names, but we got a stag do, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
right.
Stendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get a tattoo this year.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
want to
get
get more
tattooed,
tattoos
yeah.
this year, and I've got to get my full bike license this year. I just got to do that.
Yeah.
So, like, a tattoo is going to cost me probably £300 usually. It's usually about how much it costs.
Yeah.
And then the bike license is going to cost me $850, and that's going to be a few hundred going to Budapest.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Because that's where we're going. We're going to Budapest.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I haven't looked into it.
Ah.
No, I haven't really. Yeah, because I think if I'm going to do one, I'm just going to do one big one, as
Yeah.
opposed to doing like lots of little ones like we have done.
Yeah.
That's not to say in the future I don't want to go to a
Yeah.
fair few Comicons, because like I think it's a dream. It's a dream that's out there. But San Diego Comic-Con would be amazing to go to.
I would agree.
One-
Yes.
That would be epic.
2025, 2026 San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, we could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
the other places, I'd love to do London being the second biggest Comic Con in the world. I'd love to do MTN's London Comic Con. Because that would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be massive as well.
Yeah, and of course, if you do both of those, you can then officially say you've been to the 2 biggest Comic Cons in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mental, isn't it?
Yeah. The biggest thing about San Diego is going to be the cost.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's getting to America in the
we've
first
got a bit
place.
of fly there as well.
Yeah, because I would say, like, I'd want to do it as like a week's holiday, so you could spend like 2 days at San Diego Comic Con
Yeah,
and do other
and
things
then you
while
can
you're
go
there,
around.
just to make it worth actually going.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're travelling thousands of miles just to go to Comic Con.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea to go for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a week's holiday in America.
Yeah, and then of course you've got the costs. Because, well, the great thing about America is we'll never cook while we're there.
No.
Because in 90% of America it's cheaper to eat out than it is to do home cooking.
All right.
That's why Americans eat out so much. That's why they go to restaurants.
That's why
so
they're
much.
also fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, at least we wouldn't have the effort of cooking while we're there.
Yeah.
But tipping's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Um,
Any sort of sites anyone want to see in America?
oh, Christ.
I don't know what's around San Diego.
You're not far from Las Vegas. We could go to Vegas.
Fucking right. We're talking now, boys.
Do a bit of gambling.
Yeah, we'll go to Vegas for 3 days.
Yeah. I don't think you're awfully far from Miami either. So that would be interesting to see. I don't think you're far from the Grand Canyon there either.
Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta go to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't do Niagara Falls because that's the opposite side
That's
of
the
America.
opposite side, yeah.
What about
San Diego's the close side, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Desert area. Yeah. Yeah, because San Diego is right in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, I know Vegas is in the middle of the desert, yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Route 66.
Yeah?
Mind you, you need more than a week to do Route 66.
That big, is it?
Fucking massive. So I can't remember exactly how long. Let's have a look. Let's have a bit of a Google, see how long Route 66 is. Route 66 length. 2,400
Oh,
miles.
sweet Lord Jesus.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, but then you got Death Valley as well.
I think I've heard of that.
So it's like one of the hottest places
Yeah.
on Earth. But apparently it's beautiful.
Just very, very hot.
Yeah, just very, very hot. Yeah, just incredibly hot. But then the great thing about going out into the dunes is you can do quad biking across the dunes in the desert.
Oh.
You could do ATVs, which is like the side-by-sides across the dunes. You can go dirt biking across the dunes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So, yeah, you've got that you can do too, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
Just if we do quad bikes, we'll have to try not to flip.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, quad bikes are more dangerous than motorbikes.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are, aren't they?
Yeah.
They don't all reverse, do they?
No,
No.
not all of them now.
Ah.
Yeah, I think it was PG. I went on a quad bike and it didn't reverse.
Did it have gears?
I can't remember. A long time ago now.
Because I've ridden
An old man now, Paul.
I've ridden an auto quad and I've ridden a manual quad. But it's weird. Quad bikes are weird because it's got 4 wheels, they class it as a car, so you have to have a car license for it. But it operates more like a motorbike.
Yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense because you shift gears and clutch and brake and do everything the same as a motorbike, but you have to have a car license.
That is strange.
Yeah.
That is strange.
In America, I wouldn't mind seeing Alcatraz prison.
Oh yeah, that's New
Alcatraz.
York way though.
Ah,
If we went to San Diego, we wouldn't see it. Of course, we could always go back and do New York as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
The great thing about America, actually, now that I'm thinking,
Is that
of
right? Is it by America?
Yeah,
New York?
Alcatraz is near New York.
San Francisco.
Because San Diego is obviously like. Let's find out.
Let's pull up the map.
With the map of America.
Wait, is Alcatraz near New York?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
seems
Oh,
pretty
so it's
near.
up the other end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the thing about America is because it's such a big country, you can get internal flights.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like you can go from one side of America to the other in like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So like, to be fair, if we did go to San Diego Comicon, there's nothing to say we couldn't then get an internal flight somewhere else in America.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So we could do the Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I-
could then.
You could do like basically all the big sites, because you could see the DC Monument,
Yeah.
which hasn't. No, that's not in DC, is that?
What isn't?
The DC the presidential monument.
Oh, right.
It's
Big white tower thing.
no that is in DC.
Yeah, I
It's
was
the
gonna
White
say.
House is in DC.
Yeah.
What I'm on about is the faces carved into the cliff.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount
Rushmore,
Rushmore.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in. I want to say it's like Ohio, or it's that area. It's somewhere. It's in the south
Yeah.
or Midwest, something like that.
I think Ohio sounds right. I don't know.
We're doing lots of googling now.
I'm
Yeah.
not good with US geography at all.
Neither am I.
Where is it?
South Dakota.
Dakota.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so very southern. Equally though, I'd love to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Very snowy in Canada.
Yeah, but Canada's just the best of everything.
Yeah.
'Cause
Because nice people.
Canada's got all the upsides of America, with all the upsides of the UK, with all the upsides of Australia.
Oh, that's the place you want to live then.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Canada and Australia are like the two of the best countries in the world to live in, alongside the Netherlands
Yeah.
and Finland, obviously.
And then you have America with all the news articles that goes on down there.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Like, have you guys ever done like ever searched like your birthday and then like Florida Man to see what sort of crazy article comes up?
Oh God, no, I haven't.
Oh,
But mine could be disastrous.
Yeah, it could.
I'll search mine one up now.
Is that what this podcast is now?
Yeah, yes.
You might be able to split, because we've been going a while, you might be able to split this into two different ones.
Yeah, I might be able to make part 1 and part 2, because we're at an hour and 12 minutes.
Yeah, maybe.
So we'll be going a while.
Right, I'll see my one up. Okay, so this is the first result for my birthday. Hang on a second, just loading. This is on October the 8th. Let's see. Sword-wielding man accused of starting fire makes it rain in jail cell after arrest, police says.
Oh God. The first one that pops up, I can't. Oh no.
Let's have a look.
According to the Marion County Sheriff's Office,
Oh, no.
21-year-old Nicholas Anthony Sardo of Citra has been arrested and charged on 4 counts of bestiality for having sex with a miniature horse on multiple occasions.
Given your birthday, that's not as bad as what I thought it was going to fucking be.
Well, the other one is, if I go further down, which is closer, the date is actually closer to where my birthday is. Police say a 29-year-old South Florida man shot his mother following an argument over orange juice and an air conditioner.
Oh, God.
I got Florida man hid wife's body in freezer for 8 years. Family loses condo.
Oh God, that's dark.
That's the
Yeah.
darkest one.
That was on my birthday in 2017. Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
So so we're Florida would be interesting to go to.
Yeah.
Is there a Disney World in Florida?
Yeah, there
It's
is.
in Orlando.
Is there a Comicon in, to keep it on topic, is there a Comicon in fucking Florida?
Almost certainly.
Probably somewhere.
There's a Comic-Con in every state in America.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
But as interesting as Disney World would be, I don't know if I could bring myself to go. Because first of all, I'm not hugely into Disney, but the other thing is, right, so a lot of stuff has come out in recent years about Disney World, especially Disney World in Orlando, because obviously it's the biggest one in the world. But the woman who's set to inherit Disney visited there and outright said she won't inherit Disney unless they change the working standards. 90% of the employees there live in their cars because of how little they pay them.
Oh, wow.
Like when she visited, she actually witnessed employees stealing food out of rubbish bins out of the back of the restaurants in Disney World in order to be able to afford to eat.
Oh God.
It's horrendous, and they work like 14, 15-hour shifts.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Right, how a multinational conglomeration, probably one of the most powerful in the world, can get away with that.
Yeah, fucking.
Although I suppose it is because they are the most powerful in the world.
That's why they're getting right away with it. Yeah.
But yeah, she outright, because she's a direct descendant of Walt Disney, and she outright said she will not inherit Disney unless there are changes.
Well, can't she inherit it and then make the changes?
No, because just because she inherited it doesn't mean she has that much influence over the board of directors, because it's a public holding company now.
Oh, right, okay.
So, but if it's not inherited, then, the world has more influence over the company.
Oh.
So, they're going to want to make the changes so she can inherit it. They want it to be inherited, because otherwise it becomes a public limited company, and then there's, they have to pay more taxes, the public has more of a say on how the company's run, and the government does generally. So, it's they're going to want to make the changes. And I hope they do, but equally, there's a part of me that feels actually potentially they might not, and they might just find some sort of loophole or way of getting around the issues that arise from it not being inherited.
Well, that was a depressing note.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Is Universal Studios in America as well?
I think it is.
Yeah, I think there is one. Yeah,
because that one's got the Harry Potter stuff as well.
That would be sick.
Have you ever done Harry Potter Whirlpool in London?
No, I need to go.
Yeah, you did.
I really do need to go.
Yeah, when did I go? How old was I? Can't remember. A while ago.
I don't think I've ever actually been there. I think I've only ever been to London twice. First time was in 2012, and I had to be bribed to go there.
Oh God!
Because my mum and dad they booked my sister and her friend tickets to go see One Direction.
Oh God!
And I was there I don't want to go see them.
No.
So I had to make a bribe with them to go see the dinosaur exhibit at the National History Museum.
Yeah, because that's gorgeous. Do you know my favourite part of the National History Museum though is the Darwin exhibits?
Yeah.
I love the Darwin exhibits.
Yeah.
I could spend an entire day in there.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually been to the National History Museum?
In London?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then the second time it was the O2 Arena, and it was
Didn't we go there at school? Do you remember when we saw the roses outside fucking thingy?
Yeah, we did go to the National History
Yeah,
Museum.
we went there then.
Because we were picked.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. They did an excursion or a trip or whatever you want to call it to see the Memorial Day roses that they did around. It was on the 100-year anniversary, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They did them all around the ceramic roses all around the Tower of London.
Yeah.
So we went to see that, and we did go to the National History
Yeah,
Museum as well.
yeah, we did, didn't we?
But it was select students that went.
Yeah.
because it was all year groups, but it was only like so many from each year group.
Yeah.
You had to like actually be putting effort into school to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that 100 years. So that will have been 10 years this year.
2014 it was 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 10 years
10
ago.
years ago.
Fucking hell, I've known you that long.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yes, I probably have known you 10, 11 years now.
Yeah, because I've known you since what, 2012, 2013?
Yeah. I've known you since I was fucking 5.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, time's going by quick.
Done it.
Yeah.
Before long, we'll all be dead and gone. Interestingly, we talk about like the best countries to live in, right? Interestingly enough, the all the best countries to live in are the most secular countries in the world. So they're the least religious countries in the world. So we're like atheists can be so badly represented in media in general, and yet the most secular countries in the world
Are the happiest.
Are the happiest,
Yeah.
yeah.
You ain't got to worry about that weird old fucker that runs that big building down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You ain't got to worry about priests, Paul. Forrest.
Yeah, definitely haven't got to worry about priests. Anyway, I think we've come to a sort of natural ending point here.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you going to lop a different episode out of this?
I don't
Or
think I am.
you're just going to throw it all up?
Yeah,
as...
because we have done episodes longer than this before now, and they've done
we?
quite well. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so I think I might just keep it as it is. I actually quite like the longer episodes.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Just got to have shit to talk about for him.
Yeah, that's half the problem, yeah.
Yeah.
So, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks, Forrest, for joining us this time.
Thank you
for
joining us.
Thank you for having me.
That's all right, not a problem. We will see you guys in the next episode.
Same.
Sound.
Bye.